Okay, I kind of have an issue. I suck at posting reviews on the day the movie is out. Like, for example, I was hoping to make a review of Across the Spider-Verse on the 2nd of June, as that's the movie's release date, but it's taking me this is how long it's taking me just to make a review. And that's probably because of how long it's taking me to edit my movie vlogs. And also, what is up with my hair? It was nice the other day, now it's you know what, it's gonna have to do. Also, I would be wearing my Spider-Man 2099 costume, but it's just much more easier if I just wear a shirt, so this will do. Top in the morning. Also, that last clip was me yesterday, as I had to stop recording because I was gonna go watch Batman Returns with my mom, which, yeah, I've seen the first two Batman films. Well, technically in the series, I've seen only Forever a while ago, but now I've seen all three of them. Will I watch the fourth one? That's a video for another day. But yeah, that last clip was from yesterday. The rest of this video is today, as I'm recording this before I head to school, which after I stop recording, I'm going to go take a shower, because my hair is a bit of a mess also. I got pimples going on, but that's not important. Want to know what is important? This movie. And I would like to talk about it, as I am super duper late on making this review. Will I be talking spoilers? I'm going to have to do a spoiler review somehow. Also, I would add Spider-Man India Pop with the rest of the pops, but this is technically my little brother's that he got for himself. Well, technically I got him that pop with the Hot Topic coupon, I think. Still though, that being said, let's get started with the review. So yeah, like I said in that last clip, I would be wearing a Spider-Man costume, but this shirt's gonna have to do. And you could say that I'm just that lazy of just putting it on. I would be like, you know what, screw it, let's put on the costume, but it's just much easier if I just wear the shirt. I mean, it's not the only thing I got from Hot Topic. I have a Miles Morales hoodie that I would wear, but I'm trying not to get roasted in the middle of summer. I don't want to be a barbecue, okay, if you know what I mean. Okay, I'm getting off topic. So yeah, again, I'm super late on making this review. If you see my movie vlog, you should already know what I have thought about the movie, and I've seen it twice as of right now. The second viewing was in IMAX, which here's a picture of. This time, not backwards, as I accidentally had it backwards in the movie vlog. There's a few errors I made in the movie vlog. I was kind of in a rush on trying to have it posted, so I'm a bit embarrassed with how the results came out, but y'all probably enjoyed it, even though it was a bit rushed, right? So yeah, I have seen the movie twice, and it's been like a couple of days, and I have not stopped thinking about it, because oh my god, where the flip do I even begin? So, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. What do I think about it? It's one of the greatest comic book movies of all time. It's one of the best Spider-Man films of all time. It's one of the best animated movies of all time. Overall, it's one of the best sequels of all time. It's just one of the best movies I have seen, because, oh my god, I need to see this as many times as I can. And like I said in my Transformers review that I finally had uploaded yesterday, I don't care if I end up spending all my YouTube money. I want to go see this as many times as I can. And how far away are we from part 2? I think about 297 days, since Beyond the Spider-Verse hits theaters March 29th, 2024. But we'll talk about that later. Right now, let's just talk about Across the Spider-Verse, because it's just, oh my god, this how. Like, where do I even begin? So yeah, Across the Spider-Verse would be the sequel to Into the Spider-Verse that came out 5 years ago, actually, which happens to be one of the great comic book movies, according to Soups. But yeah, basically it would be one of those, Into the Spider-Verse would be one of the best Spider-Man films that we've ever seen. But, we all knew that Across the Spider-Verse was going to top that. I mean, it's rare for sequels to be better than the original, because most of them would suck. But Across the Spider-Verse, no, it is 10 times better than Into the Spider-Verse. Nothing wrong with that. In other words, it basically surpassed the original. Unless Beyond the Spider-Verse becomes better than the first two movies. And they have mentioned about this having an Empire Strikes Back type of cliffhanger. And just watching the movie, I mean, it's been like a while since I've watched the original Star Wars trilogy. I did watch Return of the Jedi recently, and I couldn't have the chance to go see that in theaters when it was released. But I might as well watch it on Disney Plus, so I don't feel bummed out too much. But I could easily see the Spider-Verse trilogy just be so much similar to the Star Wars original trilogy. That's just mind-blowing that I'm comparing this to the Star Wars trilogy. Agree to disagree. I don't know. And yes, the cliffhanger. As soon as they announced, as soon as they revealed the title for this movie, with the part 1, I immediately knew that, oh, we're getting a cliffhanger. And I oh my god, I've been tortured by cliffhangers recently. I mean, we have gotten a cliffhanger for Fast X, but Across the Spider-Verse, the cliffhanger for this movie, I think it's, I'd say it's better than the one from Fast X. I mean, I love Fast X, but if I had to say which movie was better or had a better cliffhanger overall, it'd be Across the Spider-Verse. So yeah, I had a lot of expectations going into this movie, and they've surpassed them, just like No Way Home. And No Way Home was my favorite Spider-Man movie, but I should have known that Across the Spider-Verse was going to top that. I had No Way Home on my number 1, as that has the 3 Spider-Men coming together, as we've all had been dreaming to see Tobey and Andrew back on the big screen. But like, just to see all 3 of them together, just No Way Home is just one of the best Spider-Man movies, but the Spider-Verse films are on like a whole other level. But yeah, again, I should have known Across the Spider-Verse would top No Way Home. As much as I love No Way Home, I'm sorry No Way Home, but there's a new king in town, and it's Across the Spider-Verse. Honestly, I should have taken notes, but I don't know where to begin. This movie is just so damn good. One of the things I was definitely looking forward to see, besides cameos and references, was just the animation styles. And I know we would have wanted to see this in live action form, but having to see Across the Spider-Verse, I don't know how they could have pulled this off in live action. If anything, they made the right move having this in animation form instead, because in each Spider-Man world, universe, and the Spider-Verse, there are so many amazing animation styles. Like this, that was one of the things I was looking forward to seeing in this movie. The different animation styles for each Spider-Man. And it's crazy to now find out that it's taken them 2 to 3 years just to animate Spider-Punk. Like, what? Still, though, one of the highlights would definitely be its different animation styles. Like, it's insane how this movie has so many different animation styles. Like, this is, like, a major game changer for animation. But since I've mentioned about Spider-Punk, he's honestly one of the best parts of this movie. He's straight up the MVP for Across the Spider-Verse. And I guess same can go for Spider-Man India. I was a huge fan of him in the movie. But another thing I was looking forward to seeing Across the Spider-Verse would be the villain, The Spot. So yeah, we all figured that he was probably going to be a side villain when they revealed the first look of The Spot. Once you watch the movie, yeah, he starts off as a goofy villain, but later in the movie, he just becomes a total freaking menace. Agree to disagree, but I think The Spot is, or could be, one of the best Spider-Man villains ever made, because, like, he kind of has, like, a character arc thing going on, because he's not liking how he's basically the villain of the week, where he basically takes that personally. So he's on this journey to self-discovery, if I'm using the phrase correctly. So he's on a journey to basically become the most powerful multiversal threat out there, because, now, this shouldn't be a spoiler. Don't consider this a spoiler. I don't, actually, now that I think about it, it could be a teeny bit of a spoiler. I mean, there's footage in the TV spots where you can see the Spot just look completely different. So yeah, just don't consider this a big, huge spoiler. Oh god. I don't know if I should have, maybe I've said too much about The Spot, but one of my thoughts about The Spot, so when I heard about The Spot, I only knew a little bit about him. Basically, he's done dirty in the comics, and the directors, the creators for this film thought, you know what? The Spot has potential to be an awesome Spider-Man villain. And just me thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my god, The Spot could actually be a fantastic Spider-Man villain. And I'm like hoping he's not wasted in the movie, as I could see there's potential with him. And the potential was not wasted with The Spot, because oh my god, he has got to be one of the most terrifying Spider-Man villains I've seen on screen. Because once he becomes OP, I'm immediately am just afraid of him, especially when his theme starts playing. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to see more scenes with him in this movie, but I guess they're saving him for part 2, which, it's definitely about to go down with The Spot. If you know, you know. Another thing I liked about The Spot, his backstory. The directors have been saying something that The Spot has a connection with Miles, and I'm like thinking, is he a freaking variant of Miles or something? I had theories going on about it, and the backstory they had for The Spot, I was invested. Not only was I invested with his backstory, but with just The Spot in general, because he was definitely one of the best parts of this movie. I was invested with the story, like oh my god, the story is just so freaking good in here. I'd say this is Miles' and Gwen's movie since they're kind of like the main focus, but as much as this is Miles' story, this whole movie is mainly focused on Gwen. Well, let me rephrase that. Across the Spider-Verse is mainly Gwen's movie because we honestly start off with her and end the movie with her in it. And not gonna lie, throughout the entire opening sequence with Gwen Stacy, there were some scenes that were going on between her and her dad, and now this is not spoilers. This was technically shown in some of the TV spots. Like, there was some serious stuff going down between the two of them. And just like this stuff, like there were some scenes throughout the entire opening sequence that is focused on Gwen Stacy in her universe that I was starting to get teared up. Now I didn't tend to like cry in the movie, but I was literally tearing up, probably through start to finish a little bit. Actually, probably around the first and middle of the movie, I think. But still, there were some moments where I was getting teared up a little bit. But what's also good about this movie is the freaking runtime. So the Into the Spider-Verse is like an hour and 57 minutes, if I recall, which is a bit short. I mean, almost 2 hours, but still a bit short to me, because I guess I just like longer movies. But yeah, I was a bit worried about the runtime for this movie, but once they revealed that it was 2 hours and 20 minutes, I was like, hell yes! Because while watching this movie, I did not want it to end. I mean, it felt like an hour, like it felt like it kind of went by. I mean, the movie's not even 3 hours long, but I just did not want it to end. And when that cliffhanger had happened, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I gotta wait next year for part 2? Actually, speaking about the end of the movie, around like the last 10 minutes, around like the last couple of minutes of the movie was just freaking mind-blowing to me. I can understand why people would not be a fan of cliffhangers, but I cannot stop thinking about that ending because I'm just super invested in what just went down. And like, I need to see part 2 now, because, oh my god, what I just witnessed in the last 10 minutes was insane. But the runtime would definitely be one of the best parts of this movie, because seriously though, I did not want it to end. I could easily, if they had not split this in 2 parts, if this movie were 5 hours, I would have been chilling in the theater. I did not want it to end. I just wanted more. Like, oh my god, I'm so glad this movie was 2 hours and 20 minutes. I did not want it to end. And another thing I should probably mention. Spider-Man 2099. Yeah, he was a straight-up menace in this movie. But there's a scene where Miguel O'Hara is explaining about the multiverse. Well, mainly the Spider-Verse, which he thought was a stupid name. But whatever he was explaining about the Spider-Verse, I was just invested in, and it was just mind-blowing just having to see everything about the Spider-Verse. And the explanation to why they're going after Miles Morales, it makes sense. And I know some people are saying that you could kind of side with both. You can understand Miles' perspective, but also Miguel's perspective. I'm a bit in the mix on if I would. I mean, I could sort of understand what Miguel is trying to tell Miles, but sorry, even though I wore a Spider-Man 2099 shirt to see Across the Spider-Verse, and I even have a shirt, I'm on Team Miles. All right. And speaking about Miles, he is the undisputed GOAT. Is that the right thing? I don't know if that's the right thing to call him. I saw a post about that. That's like a good thing, right? But yeah, we basically have another GOAT on our hands. First was Toby, second was Andrew, third was Tom, now we got Miles. We have 4 Spider-Goats. Okay, that probably doesn't sound right. I mean, I didn't see a Spider-Goat in there, but imagine there was a Spider-Goat. But you get what I was trying to say, right? Because all 4 Spider-Men are the freaking goats. Also, we may have gotten not only 2 best comic book movies, but 2 banger soundtracks. First was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 soundtrack, and now, Across the Spider-Verse soundtrack, guys. Oh my god, it is so damn good. But honestly, I think that's just my thoughts there. I mean, I should have taken notes on what to mention. I figured I could have pulled this off, just talking about the stuff I enjoy. Like, just, if I had any nitpicks to say, I guess it would be sort of Miles' suit. I mean, I dug it in the trailers. I know, I can understand why people were complaining about it and that there's no webs. Well, once I saw the movie, yeah, his suit looked cool, but just thinking about, just having to watch Into the Spider-Verse recently and prep for Across the Spider-Verse, I'm like, oh, damn, I actually miss his suit where he's got the webs. I mean, I was not a fan of the Spider logo he had in Into the Spider-Verse. The one he has for Across the Spider-Verse, I honestly prefer over the one from Into the Spider-Verse. But other than having a little nitpick with the suit, but still enjoying it, still digging it, I don't think I got any negatives for this movie. Because this movie is straight up perfect. It is a god masterpiece. Actually, this entire film is a work of art with its animation styles. With its different animation styles. Like, oh my god, it's taken us 5 years just to see this movie. And this movie was supposed to come out last year. And we were all a little bummed out when they had to delay it, but we understood it and we basically let it pass because we needed the animators needed time to get the animation stuff done. And man, like, honestly, the wait was just worth it because they took their time with the different animation styles in the movies because seriously, it is just a work of art. And after that cliffhanger, I need part 2 right now. Okay, can we skip to 2024, please? I need to see what's going to go down Beyond the Spider-Verse. Are they going to go, like, Beyond the Spider-Verse has to mean something, right? Are they going to go beyond over the animation and go into live action? Because, actually, this is something I just found out recently. There was a scene that was cut out where it had a live action fight scene go down in an anime movie. If that's not in Beyond the Spider-Verse, I'm going to be pissed. But seriously though, can we skip to 2024, please? Because Beyond the Spider-Verse is already my most anticipated movie for 2024. And there's already a ton of movies that are coming out in that year, as we have a ton of movies coming out in 2023. But yeah, my favorite movie was John Wick Chapter 4, but I knew Across the Spider-Verse was going to top that, but oh my god, this is probably going to be one of my all-time favorite movies, because, holy shit, it's just, this movie is just pure cinema. You need to see this on the biggest screen possible. My recommendation? See it in IMAX. But with that being said, those are just my thoughts with Across the Spider-Verse. I'm going to try to do a spoiler review. Hopefully sometime this week. Unless I do it with my brother. I don't know. I have not been doing spoiler reviews lately, which is starting to bug the hell out of me. But if I had to give it a rating, yeah, you all know it's going to be a 10 out of 10. But, screw it. I'm giving this an 11 out of 10. This movie is freaking phenomenal. So if you have seen the movie, be sure to let me know your thoughts, comments down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.